Thank you for reaching FDC4 production. Welcome back to your humble channel. Thank you, my people, for providing me total loyalty and eternal support. It will be eternally appreciated. As you may be aware, this channel is look for intel out there. Intel, information, which is power, and it's free for the community to provide. It's the goal of this channel. That information used to be segregated by a chunk of intellectual people back in the times, but that's not the case. Thanks to technology, today we can get this information out there for free without any problems. We just gotta go out there and get them. There is no excuse for not knowing something today. You can search it and find it. But I know that there are certain important small intel that can bypass without us noticing it. And some of those information that I can get grasp of it, I bring it to the channel to share with all of you. This is the goal of this channel, providing those information to the one who needs it the most. And today I want to share with you something really important. Oh my gosh, this is new for the records. This particular tool has just a few, probably more than a week ago that came out, and it's being built up with one purpose and one goal only: to make sure that the new generation of students that actually are in high school currently right now, about to hit the new milestone going to college, do not fall into the traps, into the lure that many of us felt with that evil student loan debt. New Student Debt Affordability Calculator empower students as they pursue college and career goals. Understand your student debt. Understand your choices. That is what it needs to be teach to these new kids that has a lot of dreams, a lot of things going on, a lot of fears, a lot of indecisions, and they can easily be manipulated by predators, institutions that can get them in programs that they really don't need, in programs that probably they think that they want, but they might become a cross to carry for their lifetime. Now, the nonpartisan Peterson Foundation today launched studentdebtsmarter.org. Don't worry about it. The URL, I'm gonna put it down below in my video description of this video, and you'll be able to have access to it. No problem at all. It's a free resource to empower high school students with practical information and personalized insight about their higher education choices. The digital hub features a unique student debt affordability calculator that will help millions of people make better informed decisions about the student loans. For the first time, this simple tool will help students, families, and their guidance counselor understand and evaluate the financial implication of their decision on how to pay for college. The tool focused on 4 key data points: the college that they're considering, right here, gonna get it for you right now, right here, their desired field of study, the year they plan to enroll, and where they intend to live and work after graduation. This one is a little bit tricky because it doesn't have all the towns that you might actually desire to go for, but we're gonna get there in a moment so you know what to get exposed to. Okay. The calculators allows people to compare options and results to gain greater perspective on which colleges, majors, career paths, and location best meet their personal goals and financial circumstances, and the overall affordability of their student loans once they begin working. The tool doesn't require personal information and will not sell user data to third party, which this is the reason I actually selected this tool, because I really wanted to give something safe to my community. That's what this channel is about too. I did my due diligence on this, and it's safe, it's good. Okay, let's actually select something with engineering. This one right here, engineer electronics. Let's actually get a tech school, MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, right there. For somebody that is just about to hit high school, well, let's put them in 2025. And Massachusetts, okay. Well, no, nothing. Oh shoot, nothing Massachusetts. You see, that's what I'm trying to say. It's okay, right there, Boston, Massachusetts. Let's keep it there, local, right? I am not sure what's the most I can afford, which pretty much most of the students won't know. They don't know. So right here, monthly budget after college. Here's what 1 month budget might look like with a standard 10-year repayment plan on $34,000 in student loans. Your estimated starting salary is $152,000 per year. Look how everything is broken down for you. Isn't that cool? Huh? Isn't that cool? Take a look at that. I love it. When I saw this, I was like, wow. Wow. This is crazy. Like I said before, the tools focuses on 4 key data points, which is the college that they're considering, their desired field of the study, the year they plan to enroll, and where they intend to live and work after graduation. The calculators allows people to compare options and results to gain greater perspective on which colleges, majors, career paths, and location best meet their personal goals and financial circumstances, and the overall affordability of their student loans once they begin working, which is right here what I'm trying to show you right now. The tool doesn't require personal information, like I said before, and it will not sell user data to third parties, which that's what I explained before. It is really safe. You don't have to be worried about that. All right. StudentDebtSmarter.org also includes independent experts resource to help a student navigate the complex process of applying for financial aid, scholarships, grants, as well nonpartisan resources for understanding the overall American student debt and economic landscape and debt related policy options. So this is not really a calculator only. You can actually get more. Okay, right here, see, you can get educated really well. Something like this is what we really needed. I wish I would have something like this when I was getting when I was about to hit college. I didn't know better, and many of my peers didn't know either. But it's really nice that somebody took the time and work to create something so resourceful, so really nice for our new generation doesn't make the same mistake that we did. Please, I mean, I know that I ask you a lot to support this channel and spread the voice around with the intel that I bring you, but this is one of those videos that I really encourage you to pass it on. Our community, our people, the working class, we need to give this to our children, the ones that are already in the high school and elementary school, so they start to think ahead of time what they want to do with their life. You got to teach them, you parents got to teach your children that management and their money, their future, is really important. They don't, I mean, I'm pretty sure that if you are college and universities as parents that went to university and got loans and you got children, I'm pretty sure that you're showing them what are you going through with this evil debt. And I'm pretty sure they're already seeing this new generation, seeing what millions of alumni are going through after they graduated. I hope that they're getting exposure with that. I hope that parents nowadays are exposing their children on what could happen if they make a bad choice. Site like this, calculator like this, document file like this can help your child make a better selection, make him smarter, make him more conscious. Awareness is really important. Okay, so the nonprofit Peterson Foundation, which promotes fiscal responsibility to secure a stronger economic future for the next generation, has partnered in this initiative with a range of respected experts. We have the Sheila Bair, former chair of the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, former college president, and leading national voice on student debt issues and college affordability. Serves as a senior advisor to the initiative. Other collaborators include the Institute for College Access and Sussex, and there are among others that I don't want to mention right now. My apologies. Now, for most young people, borrowing to pay for college will be their first significant interaction with debt. And it's really tough for these kids to start to face something like that at early stage. I mean, without any financial literacy or education from home, because they don't learn this at school. Financial literacy, or how to deal with money and stuff like you don't learn that in school. So, and it is a critical set of decisions that they have to live with for years. These kids are virgin, and you're going to expose them with something like that without knowing. I mean, I think it's really responsible for the community. letting kids, because there are many of our parents, many parents out there, they don't make these decisions. These youngsters, they're the one who get involved with this all the way. I know because I was one of them. My parents never went to a university or college education. They didn't know better than I am. They just supported me in everything that I was doing. Well, from the mouth outside, because I did it all. I was on my own. So, however, navigating the complex student debt lending system can be confusing and frustrating, and the lack of clarity can lead to poorly informed decision making, this is what millions and millions of students have made for generations, and these are the results. I know people that they have a debt, student loan debt, over $100,000, and their job, they don't even work in their career. They're just working in some store in there, getting paid probably $30,000-$40,000. Yes, I'm talking about round without deducting the taxes, so that's another part. Yeah, it's really sad. Student Debt Smarter is designed to demystify the process, adding transparency and easy to understand resources to better inform young students on these important choices. I'm pretty sure there are many bad, evil entities that have been dealing with these student apps, and they might be a little bit angry about this tool right now, because a tool like this give you clarity, open your eyes, and help you to do better choices and stay away from predators, institutions that will get you into the debt that you will never be able to get out. So I'm really happy that this came out. Sadly, I'm not gonna say that it's too late. Unfortunately, there are millions of us underwater, but at least the new generation won't have to. And this is the reason why I'm bringing up this video. Please spread this around. Spread it to your cousin, to your children, to everyone out there. And if you're going to high school and you're listening to this video, give it to your peers. They don't know about this tool, and this is really important. This just came out. It has like a week, and I'm telling you, please, I beg you, get this video out. No matter the outcome of the current student loan forgiveness debate, new borrowers can use this unique resource to make smart decisions for their financial futures. This is what Bear said. As a former college president, I have too often seen how students lack clear, simple, and transparent information to borrow wisely to pay for college, Bear said. The Student Debt Smarter tool will help families access the data they need to make sustainable decisions. There are many systemic challenges in higher education that need to be addressed, including cost, access, equity, and skill-based learning. Student Debt Smarter addresses one key aspect of college education by empowering individuals and students with better information, clarity, and understanding, putting them on the best path to archive a brighter future. Approximately 45 million Americans held a total of 1.6 trillion outstanding loans at the end of 2020, with an average debt balance of $42,150. Approximately 1 in 5 undergraduate borrowers default on their college loans over a 3-year period. So this frozen thing that this government has created is an aid to give us time to breathe, but the question is how long this air vent will last. We need permanent breathing capabilities. If the air stops circulating, we're gonna stop breathing and we're gonna die. And Biden, I don't want to get into political things, but to my understanding, president lasts 4 to 8 years, and he keep putting the band-aid to the problem by freezing it up, but there's no resolution yet. So this step is no gain. But I strongly believe that if he cancel it, it will definitely help many people out there. It's gonna be a debt that you don't have to be worried about it. But again, again, everybody has to be held responsible for their own actions. But this entity has responsibility, has to be held accountable to, because the system itself has screwed these youngsters who went to the university thinking that they could do something with their life, and they didn't. They were promised many things and it never happened. There were some university college that were lost, they were sued by their own student because they promised them that they could get him some job and do stuff like that, and it never happened. And there are others that they did their stuff and unfortunately they couldn't get away with it. Okay, so it's really sad, but it's reality. The affordability calculator includes information about thousands of educational institutions, individual academic programs, and geographic regions, revealing a wide range of options and outcomes. The tool enables each student to learn and design the financial and educational structure that works best for them. Here, see, student voices. You can actually read here, know your financial. Well, I'm not gonna play it because unfortunately I know, and I'm telling you by experience, that the YouTube algorithm is gonna hit and it's gonna eat me alive. I don't want to fall into that. Okay, sorry. Moving forward, whether taking on student loans makes financial sense or could result in financial disaster depend on a range of factors. That actually said it Mark Sandy, chief economist and Moody's analyst. Student debt smarter accounts for these factors and therefore help students to determine under what circumstances student loans will work for them, which is what you're seeing in here. These kids got awareness. They know better now. So this is why I'm actually making this video, and I don't care how long it takes. I need you to get the message. I need you to spread this to our community, to our people, to our working class, to a poor level. People that I don't want them to be enslaved. I know what it is, this debt, and this debt is the type of debt that you die, it will follow you to hell. You're not gonna get to heaven with this debt. The gates of heaven will be closed to you until this debt is settled. These are the type of debt that you die will follow you. Just like IRS. Well, you declare in bankruptcy, you can get away with it, but student loan debts, you cannot. Okay, so think about it really hard. Individuals with college degrees generally archive higher earnings and experience lower unemployment rates and have improved odds of moving up to the economic ladder. However, students often take out loans without fully understanding the consequences, which can set a young person on financially insecure path that makes reaching their goals more difficult. Smarter decisions will help more students reap the many benefits that can come from higher education and enhance economic opportunity for the next generation. This tool is great, but parents, um, um, parents and official guardian of these children must get involved as well, because as a youngsters, they actually tend to make immature decisions. This financial aid, you can take money and make personal expenses if you want to. At least back in my time, you could. And I did. I feel guilty. There were many things, they used to give me extra money that I could actually save for the next thing, but I actually used it to buy, utensils for books, stuff like that I didn't have. But at the same time, I've seen kids that they used the money back in my time, and they used to go to parties and hotel traveling and spring breaks, and they used to use the same money for that. At that moment, you think it's all good or cheap, but they don't understand that debt keep accumulating, and they don't know. So when the time comes that you mature enough and you start to get out from college, and now you start to live the adult life, start to make more mature decisions, it's when you start to face, and when that they send you that email or that letter saying that in this date your student loan was gonna take off. That's when you see hell breaking loose. That's when you see the ground opening. Oh my god, oh my god, I didn't know it was gonna be like that. Oh yes, it is. And it take an organ away from you, because your paycheck, whatever you're earning, is not enough to cover your expenses and that damn debt. And it take you years to get rid of. So it's crazy. So you gotta be careful with that. Prospective college students should have access to the information they need, make more informed decisions about how to finance their higher education. This actually says somebody called Kevin Miller, Associate Director of Higher Education at the Bipartisan Policy Center. By fostering sustainable student loans choices, this tool will help individual young borrowers as policymakers continue to pursue broader improvement to the system itself. I totally agree. I totally agree. So I just gotta let you know that I even seen colleges that they give a laptop and stuff to the students, like, and the student take it. It's really cool, stuff like that, but it comes to the price, and trust me, it's all a business. Right here, Sheila Bear, which is the mastermind behind this greatest tool. I'm telling you, I'm really happy that this is out there. A letter from Senior Advisor Sheila Bear, and I gotta read it. I'm sorry, but this lady deserves it. Sheila Bear has had a long and distinguished career in government, academia, and finance, and was twice named by Forbes magazine as the second most powerful woman in the world. Ladies, this is a sample to follow, okay? Bear was chair of the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC, from 2006 to 2011, when she steered the agency through the Great Recession. I remember her. is a frequent commentator on financial regulation and the student debt crisis, and is the author of the New York Times bestseller, Bull by the Horns. Her memoir of the financial crisis, as well as the Money Tales picture book series for children. Okay, so welcome to the Peterson Foundation (PGPF) Student Debt Smarter Initiative. If you are reading this, you are probably starting to think about your college education and confronting hard choices over where to go to school and how to pay for it. These days, it is common for a student to borrow to pay for some or all of their higher education. Indeed, at the end of 2020, about 43 million borrowers owed some 1.6 trillion in student debt, which I mentioned that already. Is all this debt a good thing or a bad thing? The question is insulting, but I'm just saying it. Opinions differ. Debt is a way to get something now and pay for later. As such, it imposes a financial burden, which is doing it already, on a borrower's future. But that's okay. If borrowers are smart about their borrowing, helping college-bound young people make the determination is what Student Debt Smarter is all about. I am not going to read more about this because I don't want to get you bored, but I'm pretty sure that this video was engaging enough to keep you up to this point and for you to understand the importance of a Student Debt Smarter tool. I will slap you on the face through this screen if you bypass this and don't pass it over to your most beloved ones. I am, as I will be making this video, even testing my younger sister who has a nephew, which is he's actually in 7th grade already, and I have 2 other nieces and nephews which I actually gonna send this information. They are actually going about to go to college, to high school. So it's good that you start to, educate your children from early stage about things like this. So when they hit the point to go to college, they actually become little sharks in the seas, ready to attack and ready to know where they're going and secure of their decisions. This secret is grooming these kids when they're actually in an early age and show them and teach them about money, how to deal with money, how to make efficient and powerful decisions about their future and education. And this is one of them. If you have any further concerns about this, please don't hesitate to write me down below. Any questions? You can also come in here at studentdebtsmarter.org and get further intel and read all this on your own pace. Pretty much that's what it is. These are the collaborators which I didn't want to leave behind, and that's it. Have a wonderful day. I really thank you for sticking around to this point, and I hope that you really take this seriously and pass it over to our youngsters. We gotta stop this, and you know that the student debt is a cancer for the economic growth of our working class kids, and many of us which are gonna be enslaved with it if something's not being done about externally, like the government's trying to cancel it. So if that doesn't happen, many of us are gonna be buried forever with a debt like this. So we gotta stop this and helping our youngsters to make decisions for their future more efficient and not to fall in lured business, strategy to keep you in debt forever. Okay, good luck, and thank you for reaching FTC4 production, and have a wonderful day. This is one of my best video, by the way. So, and sorry for the FX, for the echo, noise background. I have poor equipment, so I still, thankfully I'm actually already monetized, but I need support for the audience, so, and the ads, so I can actually get enough money and buy better equipment. Until the next time, have a wonderful day.